Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Pastor Robert with Tuesday Mentality. Today we're going to be talking about God, me, and spouse. So in your case, it will be God, you, and your spouse. Amen. We're going to be in the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verses 33. It says, "Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband." Amen. So today we're talking about how men of God, you have to spend time with God in order for you to have that beautiful relationship with your wife. Amen. It says that the union of a husband and wife merges two persons in such a way that little can affect one without of also affecting the other. So I'm out of town and I'm doing a job, but I miss my wife and I miss my family. But because I know that I'm away and I will conduct myself as a godly man no matter where I'm at, is because what I do in public affects what happens to my wife, and what happens to my wife or what my wife does in public affects me, whether we're together physically or not. Mentally we are, because we're both connected to the source. Amen. And I just wanted to stop by and share that what you do as a man of God in public affects your family life. It affects your wife just as much as it affects you, whether you doing it and trying to be sneaky or you just being a godly man. Whichever one you choose to do, whatever path you choose to go down, remember that also affects your wife. Amen. It says oneness in marriage does not mean losing your personality in the personality of the other. Instead, it means caring for your spouse as you care for yourself, learning to anticipate the other person's need, having the other person become all he or she can be. The creation story tells us of God's plan that husbands and wives should become one. Amen. And that's in the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 24. It says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh." So when you marry, you're not just by yourself. You become one flesh with your spouse. Amen. It says God gave marriage as a gift. Marriage is a gift, and you have to treat it as so. It says marriage is not just a convenience, nor was it brought about by any culture. It was instituted by God and has three aspects. Number one, the man leaves his parents and in a public act promise himself to his wife. Number two, the man and woman are joined together by taking responsibility for each other's welfare and by loving the mate above all others. And number three is the two become one flesh in the intimacy and commitment of the union, which is reserved for marriage. So when you get married, you go off on the honeymoon, you become intimate, and you join as one. You've made a covenant with God and with yourself. So that means you're responsible for the things that you do in life that will affect your spouse. Amen. So the topic today is talking about being with God, and God communes with you and you commune with your spouse. God teaches you as a husband how to treat your wife. Just like Jesus said, love your wife as the church, as he loves the church. That means that he died for the church. He died for his bride. So we have to treat our wives as if she is me or as she is you. Amen. So stay in touch with God. Have God download the way that you're supposed to treat your wife. Not every time You may not agree on everything, but that does not mean that you cannot come together and work out your own salvation. Amen. You can come back together and come up with a solution. It also says that strong marriages today includes all three of these aspects. So all three of these aspects is a vital part of a great, strong, healthy, holy, God-fearing relationship. Amen. I'm Pastor Robert with Tuesday Mentality. Just think about what I said. God, me, and spouse. Have a great day.